On the outskirts of the town, deep within the forest, stood an old and abandoned mansion. The surrounding trees bowed as if carrying the weight of years, their branches creaking and intertwining. This dark place had always frightened the townspeople. Recently, however, as the number of missing people increased, the rumors about the mansion resurfaced. One night, Emily, a young journalist from the town, decided to write a story about the missing people. She had grown up with these tales and was now determined to uncover the secrets of this horrifying place. She took only a flashlight and a notebook with her as she headed towards the mansion. As she walked through the forest, the surrounding silence and cold air gave her chills. Moonlight barely found its way through the trees. Finally, she reached the mansion, which looked almost as if it was about to collapse. The door was heavy and rusty, but Emily managed to push it open. The air inside was damp and moldy. Old paintings hung on the walls, covered in dust and cobwebs. As Emily began exploring the mansion, she heard a rustling noise in the attic. She pointed her flashlight towards the sound, and her heart started pounding. Huge black crows had gathered on the ceiling, their eyes gleaming red. Just then, she heard a whisper, "Emily ... welcome." Emily turned around in shock. From the darkness, a woman in a long black dress emerged. The woman's face was pale, her eyes mesmerizingly deep. Her lips were bright red, and as she smiled slightly, her sharp teeth became visible. "Who are you?" Emily asked, her voice trembling. "I am Lilith," the woman said in a soft yet chilling voice. "I am the owner of this mansion, and I have been alone here for a long time." Emily took a step back. She felt a dark energy emanating from Lilith's eyes. "What are you doing here?" she asked. "I care for this town and its people," Lilith said, as if sharing a secret. "The missing people ... Did you take them?" Emily asked, even though she didn't want to know the answer. Lilith's smile widened. "They didn't go missing, Emily. They just started a new life with me." Suddenly, the crows began flying around frantically. The air in the room grew dense, making it hard to breathe. Emily felt herself being drawn closer to Lilith. The woman's eyes had momentarily taken control of her mind. "I won't come with you," Emily said, forcing her will. Lilith stepped closer. But you will, just like the others. You will join me. Your strength ... your soul ... is very special, Emily." Emily pointed her flashlight directly at Lilith's face. The bright light made Lilith recoil. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Emily began to run. She hurried down the stairs as the crow's screeches echoed in her ears. When she opened the door and ran outside, she took a deep breath and kept running without looking back. As she distanced herself from the mansion, she felt a pair of eyes watching her from the darkness of the forest. When she finally reached home, Lilith's hypnotic eyes still haunted her mind. She couldn't tell anyone about the terror she experienced that night, but one thing was certain. Lilith and her crows were still there, just outside the town, waiting among the dark shadows. The next day, Emily decided to leave the town. She knew she had to get away from this cursed place to protect herself and her loved ones. However, Lilith's eyes and whispers remained in her mind. She didn't know if they would meet again in the future, but one thing was certain: the town would continue to live under Lilith's curse.